So, this video is addressing an issue I think many people may seem to forget and maybe slip off. I know I do, and that's kind of why I'm making the video for like just seeing something I think may happen with other people. I um I watched a lot of narcissist videos on the internet. I've been through a lot of abuse, so I've very you know knowledgeable on the topic and how to behave and how not to argue and all those things. But it's hard. It's a hard process to really understand how to act if you want to keep being a good person and keep your personality type as good and righteous and genuine. You want to keep that. So you know it's hard when you don't want to harbor hate for someone, but you want to interact as well as possible. But I mean, relationship wise, I think even friendship and relationship wise, I think we really need to learn that, or we really never forget that they're not going to change. I think we should never forget that, and I think we do. And even just the slightest touch of a hand, or for me, I know keeping my personality as genuine and kind and good-hearted is very hard for me to interact with narcissists, um, and be comfortable at the same time. But I always, I gotta keep reminding myself that they don't change. And I think we all need to remember they are not going to change, especially for like intimate, like boyfriend girlfriend relationships. Um, it's really just a no go because we're honestly, you could be the prettiest, most wonderful, richest, and the minute you give in, the minute you show them love or show them affection or something, is the moment they start toying with you as if you're a puppet. You're just a puppet. They're gonna think you're getting somewhere. They know. They see you. They see everything you're thinking. They know your thoughts before you do. They know your self-worth better than you know you. And with all these things, they tinker with every little thing they see that they can tinker with. And you're just basically a puppet. We have to remember, in a narcissist's eyes, we are puppets. We are objects. We might as well be just not even real people. We might as well be dolls because we're literally that useless to a narcissist. And especially the simple understanding of, oh, I'm so beautiful, you're going to change, is just ridiculous. And I don't think we should ever forget that. Um, we're puppets. The world is a puppet. Everybody's a puppet. It's just tinkering with whatever you give them is just going to make them tinker with you. And I don't know about anybody else, but I don't like dead end roads. And I think we should never forget, any given time we can always turn around. It's never too late. It's never too late to back away. It's never too late to back off. It's and I find myself withdrawing a lot. It's hard. It gets hard for me, but I find myself withdrawing from situations a lot because I mean, I'm not a greedy person, so when a narcissistic person asks me for a cigarette, I'll give it to them. I'm not one of greed, and I don't really, hate narcissists. I mean, I believe everybody's God's child, but I mean, I'm not going to put myself in their line of fire. It's just so hard because I have to withdraw back and just remember, like, this person has no feelings. They don't care about you. They don't. You're puppets, and they're preying on your emotions. Like, it's just it's all. There's just no connection. There's no connection. There's no feelings. There's nothing there. It's just all just puppet masters. That's all they ever are. They're just puppet masters. And that's what's gonna make us fall because we don't even say it. We think we're dancing. We think we're dancing. You'll be dancing away. We don't want you you want a narcissist over. No. That's only because he's playing you as a puppet. He knows exactly what you're thinking before you think it. He knows you better than you know yourself. It's just crazy. It's like we can always withdraw. We can always come back. We can always step back and be like, okay, this is not good. You know, or I think we've all in life become strong enough to like not be so emotionally attached. But I do think we believe, us as young people. I'm 35. Us as young people in our generation, we believe, especially pretty people or beautiful people or rich people. We believe we can change them. That's just them pulling our puppet strings. That's all it is. It's just them pulling our strings, and they're gonna lead us down a road that's gonna make us think we are completely being fallen for. And I mean, we should never forget they won't change. If you really, really, really got to, you really have to understand the true science of how this person is not going to change. Like, you really, I think that's the one thing is like acceptance. And somehow I've learned that in life is like acceptance. Accept it. Just accept it. Like, we just have to accept it. And for me, it's not hard to accept it. It's just like hard to like stay authentic or keep hate out of my heart or not be greedy or like keep hate out of my heart. I don't want to harbor hate for someone. I don't want to allow somebody to make me angry. I don't want to allow a person to give me negative emotions, shame, anger. You know, I don't want someone to do that to me. I don't want to feel anger. I don't want to have a enemy per se. I think that's what I've been trying to say. Like, I try not to I try not to make them enemies. Like, I don't want her to be my I don't want them to be my enemies, but I want to always remind myself that they'll never change. They have no feelings. Everybody is an object. They're just an object. An object. If people really understood how much a narcissist does not care about them, it would be enlightening. I don't want to say mind blowing because it would only be mind blowing to certain people, if you're like deeply in love and then it's like, oh my god, you never loved me. But it's pretty interesting if you just realize the depth of I want to say evil in a narcissistic spirit that's never going to change. And if you see through the eyes of a narcissist, you see through the eyes of someone who knows themselves to be evil. And they're not surprised by themselves. Like, they'll look at you as like and just blink, like, like, I'm an evil puppet master and I'm tinkering with you, so hey, how you doing? It's nothing to them. They're not surprised by their own evil. um and I think we all should, keep ourselves safe and just remember they're never going to change. It's kind of like they just kind of need to like go congregate on an island somewhere, because or we do, because it just will never. It's like oil and water. It's really like oil and water. Genuine people and narcissistic people, it's oil and water. It never connects. It never makes that final clutch. It never makes that final. It'll never make that final connection. It'll never happen, and you'll just be toyed with and till you realize that. And you can always walk away. You can always walk away. You can always turn around. It's never too late to turn around. It's never too late to wake up in the morning and say today's the day. It's so hard for me. It's so hard for me. I just want to stay genuine. I don't want to have anger in me. I don't want to have enemies, resentment, things like that. I don't want them in me. So I constantly am withdrawing, and just, I think a lot of it's like trust and faith. Just can't be invested. You can't invest any trust or faith into a narcissist. So we should never think they're going to change, because we'll only be hurting ourselves.